JP Chalasani, Chief Executive Officer, Suzlon Group. Mr. Chalasani, great to speak with you. Tamanna here. Very good morning and great to have you with us here on NDTV Profit. Let me begin by asking you to just lay down the context and the significance of this particular deal with Tata Power.
See, as you were mentioning before this, it's one of the largest orders. More than the largest order, what is important is Tata Power is one of the largest players in the country. Okay, it's one of the largest utilities. And they would be very strict in selecting their partners for execution of projects. So to get to partner with them for doing such a large project is something of pride to us. It is a 266 turbines, as you said, 838 megawatt over 3 different states, and the scope is supply, erection, and commissioning. The supplies would start commencing from next quarter. Project phase-wise will get completed in next 12 to 20 months. And very, very excited to get associated with Tata Power. It once again, as I said, proves the trust in Suzlon and in our products.
What is the order size,
and not
sir?
just that, I just wanted to say that the 5.7 gigawatts of order book was when we announced our results on 12th of August.
Right.
And in this 40 days, in 35 to 40 days, we added another 1 gigawatt to that.
Wow.
Our order book continues to grow.
Oh, wow. That's quite a pace in just about 40 days. Can you give us a sense, Mr. Chalasani, of the order size?
This order is 838 megawatts, as I said.
No, as in the value, order value.
No, we don't talk about our individual order values because that's between us and the client. We never spoke about order value at any point of time.
Okay. Nevertheless, if you can give us a sense of the timeline of the execution of the order and the kind of impact it will have on your balance sheet?
Yeah, as I said, supplies would commence. First of all, scope is supply of turbines, erection, and commissioning. That's our scope. And this is spread over 3 projects in Maharashtra, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. Supplies would commence as early as next quarter, and the all 3 projects phase-wise will get commissioned in the next 12 to 20 months. That means in FY27, entire 836 megawatts would get commissioned. So therefore, obviously, that would add significantly to our supplies capacity as well as to our top line and bottom line.
Mr. Chalasani, good morning. Neeraj here. Is it still confidence personified when it comes to the offtake for the country at large, when it comes to wind assets and for Suzlon's execution?
I'm pretty sure about that, Neeraj. Of course, it's always nice to talk to you. First of all, let me tell you that.
Likewise, sir.
So good to share with you. I keep hearing, demand is not growing and things like that. That's because we also saw that this time the weather was different. But as I've always been saying, that if GDP is growing by equal percentage, power demand has to grow. Demand will continue to grow. Therefore, the demand is growing, then obviously the renewable energy capacity would grow. And what is important, Neeraj, here to say is that a couple of things which have happened. One is for the sector as well as for Suzlon, if you look at it, you saw in the last couple of months, you had ALMM coming in. Then this month, you had GST reform coming in, which reduces the GST from 12% to 5%, which would have an impact of about almost up to 20 paisa per kilowatt over the tariff reduction from wind, which would again further boost the demand for renewable energy. And that's from the sector point of view. And from our perspective that, coupled with this too, that as I mentioned, our order book is growing and our manufacturing capacity continues to grow. So therefore, I think both sector as well as we, in my opinion, that we are in the sweet spot.
Some bit of it was shown in Q1. We didn't get a chance to talk to you post your Q1. In fact, I don't think you've spoken to anybody post your Q1 numbers. So we'll squeeze in a piece then in there, right?
Sure.
You achieved the highest ever deliveries for the group. Your EBITDA numbers zoomed up as well. Is this a sign of things to come? And would you be on track for the 60% growth that you had thought of when you started the year?
Neeraj, first thing is I wish and I'm pretty confident to use the same words every quarter. That's I'm pretty confident about it. And as far as the 60% is, we're completely on track of it. That's for the year as a whole. And if you look at the trend wise, we're in the same direction. And we're pretty sure to end the year at 60% growth, what we promised. First time we gave the guidance, we'll stand by it.
Sorry, just a follow-up to there, and which is the EBITDA pieces, right? Because it was a very strong performance. Can higher execution, better growth be accompanied by higher margins, and do they strengthen as the year goes by?
Neeraj, normally we don't give a guidance on.
Just some color, Mr. Chalasani.
Yeah, see, like last quarter was 19.2% EBITDA. You know that, okay? And we always say that it is somewhere around 18 to 19%. This is what is EBITDA will continue to do, and it can vary from quarter to quarter. But overall basis, that's EBITDA what we maintain. That would be the guidance.
Mr. Chalasani, if I can just come to the export part of the business, and you've explained the wind ALMM amendment well. You've also answered about how it would be, helpful and margin accretive. But if I could talk about the export part of the piece, what is the outlook over there? What is the proportion of the order book you see over the next couple of years?
Yeah, as I was mentioning earlier in few other interviews as well, that the last 24 to 30 months has been completely stabilizing in India, which we feel we've done it now. So therefore, we started looking now for geographical expansion of exports. As you know that we've already got about 2.1 gigawatts supplied and operating in different parts of the world, and US has been one of our largest market. In the last 6 months, we have started now looking at various markets. Teams have been on the ground because there was a gap about few years between last we supplied and now. So we started touching base with our customers there. And we started even, in fact, offering some places the budgetary offers. But in realistic way, the organization building, manufacturing capacity expansion to meet exports is what is under progress. And the offers would start going now, and you see us start announcing some orders in FY27, home orders, and supplies could commence as early as end of FY27 or early FY28. Areas, I know your next question would be which are the areas you're looking at. Obviously, US has been one of our largest market.
Yes.
But right now, looking at the uncertainty, we've taken a pause. Well, the team, that's the first place we started with our team. But right now, we just took a pause there. But we're now looking at Europe, Australia, South Africa, and the neighboring countries where we have a strong presence. And also, what is happening today is that most of the players who are in India today are international players. There are a couple of players where we are talking about having a global arrangement. They buy from us in India, they will buy from us for their projects outside of India. So some of those exciting opportunities is what we're negotiating at this stage.
Sunny, I think you've become such a pro at interviews that you can preempt the next question now very well. But let me get a sense, let me just reiterate what my first question was. What do you see as a proportion of the order book coming in from exports in the next couple of years? And I think it's very interesting that you've tweaked your strategy in view of what is happening geopolitically and moving away from America. If you can give us some sense of the order sizes that you will now look at maybe pausing then moving away.
I think I will definitely give answer to that, Tamanna, but maybe 2 quarters down the line.
Okay.
Because right now it's it will be premature. I just want to throw some number without we being confident about it. Because if you say a number, we want to stick to that number.
Yeah.
Right now, as I said, that we are talking to different places. In a couple of quarters, I would be ready clearly to say that how much will be in FY28, FY29. At least some guidance we would be clear about it. At this stage, it's sky. It's a pie in the sky.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we hope to speak with you, of course, quarter on quarter and get those details and keep tracking the growth of your company. Thank you so much, Mr. Chalasani, for speaking with us.